Fam over.
Fam. What's good? What's good? This your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by. I'm grateful for all of y'all. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on your way in. Make sure you hit that like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. We got another good one today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be looking at some of these crazy TikTok videos. Nikola Tesla energy secrets, cost of living, a whole bunch of different stuff. So we'll get straight into it, y'all. Salute to everybody out there that be sending me content in the Discord and everything, and sending me ideas and just, looking out for me. I appreciate all y'all, man. Much love to everybody. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. We're gonna get straight into this content. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Did Tesla create a healing
machine? Yes.
And it's not allowed to be used right now, or
The technology is findable. The technology is doable. It has to do with frequency, vibration, understanding what the vibration of different diseases are.
Yes, what up?
And knowing how to apply certain
Maurice,
frequencies
what
to
up?
them that
Cordell, what
cancel
up?
that vibration of the disease out. So it's doable in a sense, even though some of Tesla's papers may have been taken by certain individuals who didn't necessarily prefer that the general public understand some of the things that he did. That technology is not necessarily that sophisticated.
did he have any help from the?
You all have help. You all have guidance. But understand, he was an extremely tapped in and talented individual who had extra dimensional abilities. Do you understand how he utilized what you typically call hallucinations?
Oh no, I'm not aware of that.
As a child, he experienced hallucinations so real he could not necessarily tell what was physically real and what was in his mind. He actually, over time, learned to control that ability to the point where he could actually construct in front of his eyes, as if it were physical, the devices, see them operating. If they didn't seem to operate properly, he could literally act as if he was taking them apart physically, look at where the problems were in the hallucination, repair them in his mind, put them back together, and then all he had to do when he built the device was copy the hallucination.
Damn, Tesla was cold. He was doing it like that?
And that's why his devices worked perfectly the first time when he built them.
If you want to talk about revolutionary, check out this piece of work right here by none other than Nikola Tesla. And if you don't know what this is one of his famous Tesla towers, and let me show you what this would have meant for us. So what did these towers do exactly? Well, as you see here, they were made to generate electrical energy and communicate throughout the globe without the need for electrical wires. And on top of that, he wanted to give away this electrical power free of charge. Now, I don't know about you, but renewable energy that's free, that's for me. And so to you and me, I don't know about you, but free energy sounds pretty good. Well, apparently not, and apparently his towers had to be destroyed because they were worried that this would be used from the Germans to intercept our communications during the World War. If that's 100% accurate, I don't know, but I have my own take on that. Now, to you and me, free energy sounds great, right? I don't know anyone that would pass that up. Well, if you're an electrical company, or you're one of these big corporate dudes, and your business is electrical power, or generating power, and you are charging for that, then yeah, you got a problem on your hands. Because you have someone that's trying to give what you're charging for away for free. So if you can eliminate the competition and get rid of these towers, you no longer have renewable energy. It's no longer free. Sorry guys, but hey, we can still give you that electrical power, but we're going to charge you for it instead. Because guess what? Greed. That's what it is. Greed. Why would we give it to you for free when we can make a profit off of you instead? That's all it is. It's a business.
Yeah.
They want your money. That's all it is.
Okay.
Hey, Tesla was amazing, y'all. Like, super amazing. And I believe like they destroyed all his findings and everything. They didn't want to do the free energy thing. Because he would have ruined the whole oil industry. You know what I'm saying? And I seen some videos, y'all. Like, I did not even know this. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, whatever, allegedly. But we had electric cars a long time ago. Like, they had electric cars a long time ago and everything. And I guess they just, you know, got rid of them and want to go the oil way, you know, and the gas way or whatever. I guess they didn't want. It's all control. It's all business. All about money and everything. It's all about everybody trying to monopolize and everything. But let's keep it going. My bad. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Now I'm going to move over to one of Tesla's other energy projects for a bit, because I feel the story as a whole reveals a lot when it comes to how monopolies come into play when profit is concerned, as well as the government having their eye on things with their finger on the suppression button. And I'll begin by heading back to both the late 1800s and the early 1900s, the Gilded Age. Now at this time, Tesla researched, developed, and tested something that had the capability to create enormous amounts of energy that didn't need wires to travel. This was something he called a magnifying transmitter, which was an adaptation of his Tesla coil, and it utilized the Earth's electric force and atmospheric elements. With this technology, Tesla had a dream of providing free power to the world. He stated that he had the plans to create limitless power by harnessing, magnifying, and distributing the electrical energy located within the Earth. He felt that this could be done by tapping into stationary waves, the electricity created by the Earth's vibrations, allowing him to send energy through the Earth and the air. Now, he had plans to use his magnifying transmitter for telecommunications purposes by creating an electrical system that would be able to send light, voice, images, and power by using a wireless transmission system. Sounds a bit like an advanced version of the internet that didn't take off for almost another 100 years in the 1990s, or even cell phone technology. Sound familiar? Well, a twist in the story, because telecommunications is what he was funded to do, but his main ambition was to provide the world with free power. Now, to do this, Tesla formulated that if a magnifying transmitter could be constructed at a large scale enough to send electricity through the ground and the atmosphere across a long distance, then a system of power-generating stations could be placed around the globe to distribute practically free wireless electricity anywhere in the world. He was so confident that this would work that he had a goal of lighting the 1902 Paris Exposition by shooting energy through the Earth and the atmosphere from his magnifying transmitter that would sit on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. The media, of course, caught news of his overall plan, and a newspaper reporter wrote, quote, "All monopolies that depend on power of any kind will come to a sudden stop. The Earth's currents of electricity are to be harnessed. Nature supplies them free of charge. The cost of power, of light, of heat will be practically nothing." Yes, exactly. This 120-year-old article goes...
Hey, y'all, my bad for stopping it, but I don't know what YouTube doing to me, y'all. I don't know why or what's going on or whatever. Like, they just be messing with me on YouTube. Like, I'm going to my channel right now. Usually I can just go, I'm trying to go to it on my phone. So, you know, just in case I need to type something in or whatever. And it's not saying that I'm live right now. Usually it's just, I go to my channel and it pop up and it says live, but it don't even say it's live. Like, I can't even go to it. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, I see people in here chatting and everything, so I know we live, but I don't know, man. They just be messing with me. Let's keep it going, though, man. Let's keep it going, man.
On to mention, quote, "Tesla is a wizard who is going to emancipate modern industries from the shackles of corrupting, dividend-grabbing, monopolistic corporations." Well, sounds not much like a lot has changed when it comes to corporate greed and corruption, does it? I won't get into all of the mechanics of a magnifying transmitter system or a Tesla coil, I thought I would mention that those who have already heard of this technology may be under the impression that it creates energy entirely on its own. However, it must be hooked up to a power supply to start the process. Now, if you're thinking, what's the point of creating electricity with electricity? If we need a power supply, then what's the point? Well, the power supply needed is very small compared to the power that the device generates. Although we don't exactly know the input supply that was originally used in his Colorado experiments, it was said to be around 300 kilowatts. And with this, his transmitter could convert that small amount of energy into what experts have estimated to be 12 million volts, transforming the electrical energy provided into higher frequencies, shooting that energy through the earth as if it were a giant transmission wire, as well as through the air, and producing 60-foot lightning bolts as a testament to its incredible power. It was during these experiments that he was able to illuminate a few hundred light bulbs that were miles away, wirelessly.
What?
Imagine doing something like this in the 1800s. When people saw this, they thought it was magic. Heck, if I saw it today, I'd think it was magic. Almost 100 years, and when released, many cases of research documents went missing. On top, MIT, who was a protege of Tesla that had gained through his trust access to his research, was, in reality, working for the U.S. Army, and most likely positioned to spy on Tesla. Lastly, the hotel historian of the New Yorker hotel, where Tesla passed away, stated that they believe there were FBI agents staying on the very same floor as Tesla the week he died, ready to make their move because his life's research was included with all of his documents, and they were...
My bad. Hey, Tesla was 85 when he passed away. Shit, at least, man, he went a long time. I didn't know he was 85. I thought he was younger than that, y'all, but I'm just amazed at how smart and how intelligent he was. Like, how did he even come up with this stuff? This was way back then, y'all. Like that's how you know. Cause I'm pretty sure before Tesla, it was somebody else. Before Nikola Tesla, it was probably somebody else. That's how you know, like, it was some advanced technology way back then when they saying it wasn't. It had to be. I'm sure it was, but let's keep it going. Tesla is amazing.
All sitting there in cases in his room. There was said to be over 80 cases. Well, because of the Freedom of Information Act, the FBI released to the public the documents they had on file, with many of them being heavily redacted. Why would the FBI have redacted documents on Tesla? What were they hiding? What are they still hiding more than 80 years later? And many of the documents are still missing to this day. Now it's time to switch gears and talk about another inventor who was on the same path as Tesla, Thomas Henry More.
What you're contributing to malice and conspiracy can be entirely contributed to economics and practicality. The first ever electric car debuted in 1890 and had a max speed of 14 miles per hour. Amazing. That's car technology.
Y'all hear that? The first electric car debuted in 1890, y'all. It only went up to like 14 miles per hour, whatever, but we had electric cars way back then. Like, I never knew that. Like, I thought, like, the first type of cars we had, I thought was those, like, old school little Ford cars. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know which ones I'm talking about. Like, I wonder what those electric cars look like. I wish I could see a picture of them or something. Let's keep it going, though. That's crazy, though. It's amazing.
Technology developed. The gasoline car cost only $650 due to the Model T, and then over $1,700 for the electric Roadster. That's a purchasing power difference of $35,000. Not only that, the discovery of cheap crude in Texas in the 20s made sure that crude and oil was extremely cheap in comparison to electricity. And very few Americans outside of the cities had access to electricity at the time. We didn't have the infrastructure to support it. If you thought charging stations in today's America is bad, think about 100 years ago. And there was no conspiracy initiatives to try to destroy the electric vehicle even more. In fact, the EPA created the first initiatives to support electric vehicle development in the 70s. Even with all that development, it still had major drawbacks. The typical range for it was 40 miles, and it had a top speed of 40 miles per hour. In the 70s, even that was still really bad. So the three main factors is one, the cost of the vehicle. Electric vehicles cost way more than standard gasoline. And two, it didn't perform any better than a gasoline vehicle. It severely underperformed in both range and speed.
Yeah,
and last, we didn't have the infrastructure to support it. Even today, we talk about electric cars having range anxiety, and then finding places to charge can be a difficulty. So was there some crazy conspiracy that killed the electric cars? I don't think so.
I mean, I hear what he's saying and everything, but yes, the conspiracy is if they went on and just kept on progressing with the electric cars way back then and everything, then the oil industry wouldn't be what it is today, because we wouldn't be using gas and all that a lot as much or whatever. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying off of my opinion and everything, but I don't know what YouTube doing to me, man. YouTube be messing with me. Like, I just seen Barthenia come in here. She was a moderator. Now she's not. I don't know what be happening. Like, YouTube just be doing whatever the fuck they want to do on here, y'all. But it's all good. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We go get it all together. But Nikola Tesla, y'all, he was amazing. Just imagine if everything he was trying to do went through and we all have free energy today. Like, I believe like the world would be a whole different place. You feel me? Like, it'd be a crazy. Like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It'd just be a whole different world right now if we have free energy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be better. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What's up, Midwest?
Tower. Here we go. Fluorescent light bulb still in its package. No wires, no nothing.
Damn, that's the
Nikola Tesla. Wireless transmission of electricity.
Wow. I don't know how true that is, but that's crazy. They talking about 24 hours later he was found unalive. That's crazy.
450,000 years ago, the Anunnaki first arrived on planet Earth searching for resources. With them, they brought 600 workers called the Igigi. It was these 600 who spread out across the continent of ancient Africa, with each one setting up an infrastructure, enabling the Anunnaki to reap the benefits of a continent rich in all types of minerals. This is the story of the Anunnaki in ancient Africa, the decorated cities they built, the mines they created to obtain the metal that shines like the sun, and the spacecraft they utilized to convey their precious cargoes of gold. You will witness how they formed their stargates and how they were used, but most importantly, where and how they created their worker man. This is the Anunnaki connection.
I'm still learning about the Anunnakis, y'all. I'm still learning, trying to figure it out.
The Igigi were described as having long beards and long hair that reached their feet.
Damn.
Some scholars have suggested that the Igigi were akin to more modern depictions of angels, messengers of the gods who had wings. These theories are strengthened by art that often depicts them with long beards and hair, as well as large wings and bird-like feet.
History is so much different than we've been taught. There was once a civilization that was wiped out because it threatened the profits of the oil industry. The Tartarian Empire was a society where they had discovered ancient knowledge about farming atmospheric energy. They incorporated special
Was Nikola Tesla a part of the Tartaria Empire? Was he around in that area, y'all? Because they said, like, I guess they was on the energy tip too, and shit, the same thing. He had to be I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research, but that's crazy. Let's keep it going. I don't know where Angela is. She probably be in here soon. Ain't no telling. Like I just said, like, I just went to my page. It don't even say that I'm live right now on my phone. So I don't know what's going on. YouTube be tripping sometimes, but let's keep it going, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Oils into all of their architecture, and their entire society was powered for free. They had also discovered how to manipulate frequencies and move objects, which allowed them to build beautiful architecture. This is the same technology that the ancients used to build the pyramids. This society was far better than what we have today, as free energy allowed for people to focus less on work and more on creating a strong society. These people flourished for years until they tried to spread their technology. The oil oligarchs recognized that free energy threatened the profits they could make from oil. For years, they slowly destroyed the society and rewrote history as if they never existed. This technology was hidden and is now likely located in the Vatican archives, along with tons of other advanced knowledge.
Yeah. I wish we can get those Vatican archives. I bet they got so much shit in the Vatican archives, y'all, that, man, they probably hiding so much. So it's the Vatican archives, is they connected or got a connection with the Smithsonian Museum and all that type of stuff? Because shit, they all hiding shit. I don't know. Let's keep it going though. Jail and public school.
The school to prison pipeline is so impactful. We have a representation of how our country is more invested in the incarceration of students than the education of students, you know, because education is elevation, but apparently education is also incarceration. You feel me? If your state is in orange, that means that it has more prisons than colleges. If your state is in purple, you have more colleges than prisons. Now, I was taught in high school that education in America is the great equalizer. But what does it mean when we're investing more in incarcerating students than we are with educating and elevating them? And just in conclusion, what demographic do you believe is most represented in the states that have more colleges?
Man, why we got all those damn prisons, y'all? Why is it all those damn prisons? Why is it more prisons than colleges? Like, that don't even make no sense. It's like, it's more prisons than colleges because I ain't even finna sit here and act like I'm naive to it or dumb or nothing. Y'all know what time it is. They put the play in. They set it up. They put that system in, and it's still going on today. They still locking up everybody, all type of shit and everything. And it's been working. So that's why it's more prisons than schools and everything. It's like down there a pipeline from schools and from the music, from the rap music. Definitely the rap music sending helly niggas to prison. But let's keep it going.
Prisons in the states that have more prisons than colleges. What you think is more represented? Who, I mean?
Did you know that allodial title refers to a type of land ownership where the owner has absolute and complete ownership of the land? It's like owning your home or property without any obligations or duties to a higher authority or landlord. With allodial title, you are the true and sole owner of the land. You don't have to pay rent or fees to anyone else, and no one can take your land away from you as long as you follow the laws of the land. It's like having complete control and sovereignty over your property, without any external parties or government entities having a claim or say in how you use or manage it. Allodial title is considered the highest form of private land ownership, and it's a concept that dates back to ancient times when land was held by individuals or families without any feudal obligations. Allodial title is not recognized in all U.S. states. This is because the states themselves claim an underlying sovereign authority over all lands within their boundaries. That said, a few states like Nevada, Texas, and Utah have enacted laws or constitutional provisions that attempt to uphold something closer to allodial title principles for private property owners. But in the majority of states, private land ownership still requires paying property taxes and following zoning's land use regulations set by state and local governments. So it's not the same as the full allodial concept.
Damn, that's good to know. Out here in Nevada, I guess we can get some allodial titles or whatever, but like, that's crazy. All this shit is new to me. Like, I didn't even know. I didn't know at all. Like, that's crazy, y'all. So basically, when you buying this land and you buying your houses and all that type of stuff, and you never own it. They always got their hand in it. You always paying taxes on it and everything. So basically, you never own shit unless you got that title. They was just talking about that Lodio title. How do you get a Lodio title? Well, he just said only a few states, whatever, acknowledge it. So, but that's crazy. Damn. It's like, man, we can't win out here, y'all. We can't win. They don't want us to win at all, do they? Like, man, that shit crazy. Taxes ain't right. Taxes definitely ain't fair. That shit is damn near a crime. We don't own nothing. They give us these little fake titles, but they still own everything, basically. These deeds and all this stuff and everything, man. It's crazy, y'all. Let's keep it going, man. I ain't even finna get into all that.
We don't need food. I did a whole lecture on food last year on Facebook. Broke it down about the father and the etymology of the words. Food is what you give to cattle.
Right.
We are looked at as cattle, so they feed us food. Or the original Greek term for it was fodder, F-O-D-D-E-R, father. Look it up. All right? Before it was food, it was fodder. But if you look at it, it's something that you give to cattle or chattel, which is how the oppressors view us. We never ate that way. We only ate from the light of the sun. Because we are electricity and energy. We only need energy. Meat slows us down, it clogs us up. So we ate the energy from the sun's rays, the photon energy. And the water from the aquatic realms. Fruits and vegetables were appetizers for us. Nuts, fruits, and vegetables, that was like dessert. That was dessert. Our main ingredient, energy from the sun and natural aquafina water, the natural water, how it used to be organically. This is why our locks grow out like this. Because we are plants. How do plants eat? They eat through a process called photosynthesis.
7 days.
Eat through receiving the sun's light and water. Same way we do.
7 days for that super chat yesterday.
The more sunlight hits your crown chakra, the longer your locks get, the stronger they get, the more they grow. The antennas get the... A lot of people ask me, how your locks grow out so fast? Because I'm on the 33rd parallel in Atlanta, Georgia, out here getting all this motherfucking photon energy, meditating for hours in the goddamn sun.
Right.
That's how my locks grew out so fast.
Here are some atrocities that the U.S. government has committed that they want you to forget.
Free Rashad Jamal, y'all.
In 1945, they decided to start testing nuclear bombs in Nevada. This ensued a massive radioactive fallout, which ended up causing disturbing amounts of cancer. And from the years 1951 and 1973, it's estimated that over 500,000 people died in the aftermath, which is actually more than double the amount of people that were killed in the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombings combined. After World War II, instead of maintaining peace and prosperity, they would go on overthrow an obscene amount of foreign governments. During the Prohibition, when they banned all consumption of alcohol, and when people still tried to illegally and secretly sell it, instead of just getting rid of all the booze, they decided to poison it and claim over 10,000 American souls.
Good morning. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Downwinders. Downwinders were people...
Oh, y'all, my bad for stopping it. Hey, let me tell y'all what happened too. Well, I got this video. This video right here, I was trying to download the other video, and they wouldn't let me download. You know what? I don't know why. I just didn't screen record it from my phone, but I'm just thinking about it now. But anyway, y'all know they was doing like nuclear testing out here in Nevada, like a long time ago or whatever, like blowing up nuclear bombs in the desert and all that shit. And then a lot of people got affected from it. And, you know, it caused a lot of cancers and a whole bunch of shit. And the only reason I was thinking about it and looking at it, I had seen some on TV. A dude was doing an interview a couple of days ago, and they was asking him about those nuclear testings and all that type of stuff. And when and they was asking him like, why y'all didn't ever say nothing, like, because they was saying like people was getting sick and people, they weren't helping them, and some people was trying to sue and they wouldn't let them sue and everything or whatever. And they was saying like he used to work when they was doing the testing and everything, and he was talking about they had signed some stuff to where they couldn't say nothing about it, and they couldn't never sue. They couldn't never like go to the doctors or hospitals and be like they sick from this testing and none of that type of stuff. So basically sweeping under the rug, and I just thought that was crazy. I'm like, damn. So, but they said a lot of people passed away from that shit. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but let's keep it going. My bad, y'all.
Including myself, who lived in certain counties of Nevada, Arizona, or Utah, anywhere between the years of 1945 and 1962. During that time, we were exposed to nuclear radiation fallout from the nuclear tests at the Nevada test site. Many of my relatives, especially the female ones, but not only, developed severe cancers, and many passed away. Several years later, the government decided to acknowledge that, yes, there could be a possibility, and they enacted the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act. I believe it's the RECA, where they would compensate anyone who developed a certain type of cancer.
That's crazy. So they did have like a little compensation act or something, but I bet it was hell getting it.
The compensation was $50,000 and could be claimed for a deceased person, but you had to jump through so many hoops. You had to provide birth certificate, death certificate, marriage, divorce certificates, proof of residency.
I knew it.
And there are specific attorneys that are out there who can help with this, and their fees are not that exorbitant. I think it was 1% when I claimed it for my mom in 1995.
JB, what up?
But it's worth it if you know someone or have been involved in this yourself and aren't familiar with the program. The program ends in 2024, so it might be worthwhile to pursue it, and you can find lots of information just by Googling Downwinders.
Damn. Man, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. And the program ends this year. So if this get to anybody out there that lived in Nevada during those times, and you have any loved ones that passed away from those cancers or something, y'all can go get y'all a quick 50 ball or something if you got all the information and all that type of stuff. I know it ain't gonna be as easy as we think it is, but I mean, hey, give it a try. But that's crazy. Like, I thought about that. I'm like, damn, they're doing nuclear testing out here in Nevada. But don't we get mad at everybody else that even say nuclear or mention nuclear in these other countries and everything? But we just testing it over here on our own soil and everything. Like, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Let's keep it going. What's up, Amanda Cannon? That's my girl, Amanda. What's up with you?
Is the consumption of tap water. I mean, you have...
He's right, you know. Tap water is slowly killing you every time you consume it. Tap water has harmful metals, chemicals, and toxins, which are all damaging your health. What you need is HydroPure, a hydrogen water bottle that ionizes your shitty tap water into fresh hydrogen-rich water. Hydrogen water is the only water with proven health benefits such as decreased brain fog and reduced body inflammation, as well as reduces your anxiety and stress significantly.
I'm from Flint, Michigan. Of course, we don't drink tap water here or any other city because we're traumatized.
Hey, I had to put this in there because I'm from Flint, Michigan, and she's not lying. We traumatized like a motherfucker. I can't drink no tap water nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to get me some bottled water or try to get the best I can get because I ain't doing no tap water. After you see how our pipes was and how things was back home where I'm from, yeah, you wouldn't drink no water out the faucet no more either, for sure. So let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. Salute to everybody in the building. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Salute to Oregon. Drew in here. What's up, Oregon?
Bottled water.
So as everywhere else on the planet is experiencing a heat wave, France just experienced a hell rainstorm, y'all. Look at this, y'all. This is nothing but hell. Look, you can see the little ice pieces over here, y'all. Check this out. And this caused massive amounts of flooding. Look at this, y'all. This literally looks like a laundromat, y'all.
Damn.
Like, it looks like a laundromat. Look at all those suds on the floor. What? And in different parts of the country, it was flooding really, really bad, y'all. Like, look at this. Look how powerful that water is. Sweep that man off his foot. Look at this. Bro. And it is still pouring rain, y'all. Look, if you look at the water, look at all that. Look at that, y'all. What is going on? So I guess around this time of year, people need to head to France because it looks like they're the only place in the world that's receiving rain. They're the only place that is receiving rain. So much of it that is flooding. And it's got hell with it, y'all. This is intense. This is crazy. And like I keep telling y'all, the age of Aquarius is showing out.
Hey, they weather machines probably been messing up, man. The weather machines been messing up like a motherfucker. Let me tell y'all one thing right now. Out here in Vegas, man, I don't know what it is. I think we going through like some heat shit right now. It's so hot. Like I usually wake up in the morning, go walk around 6:30 in the morning, early as hell. Man, it be blazing and the sun be up in the sky like it's 2-3 o'clock in the middle of the day at 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning. I'm talking about blazing. Man, it's so hot outside, man. Like, I'm like, man, this shit crazy. But let's keep it going.
2024, let's get this shift. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. We're in this shift and we're getting it. Peace in.
I just want to add my little 2 cents into a topic that has been all over my TikTok lately. The price of living. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is expensive as hell out here.
Everywhere.
And we know this. We know this. But I'm starting to get the sense that it's not going to stop. And here's why. When I was 18, I think I was 18. I had just dropped out of college. I went to college. I went to Purdue for like 1 year and got out. Before I got out of college, I told myself, I said, I'm not going to go back to my mama's house. This is around the time when there was still a pretty big stigma around people living with their parents after high school, you feel me? Now, obviously, yeah, I'm 18, so it wasn't that big of a deal to live with your parents. Like, a lot of us still was living with our parents. But me, nah, I gotta have my independence. I was grown at that point. But once I went off to college, I was grown.
Me too, shit.
So I crafted a plan. I concocted a plan. I said, I'm gonna move in with my pops. I'm gonna go get me a job. I'm gonna work, stack my bread, and I'm gonna move out. Living with my dad had its fair share of challenges, but I was doing everything in my power to stay out the house, stay at work, and go get this bread. I was picking up shifts, overtime, volunteering for other shit. Like, I was doing anything I could. I think at one point I even had a second job. So I was getting to the bread. It was finally time for me to get the fuck on, and I wanted to get a roommate because I wasn't really ready to go out fully by myself. I ain't know, like, the ins and outs of, having an apartment and shit like that. And I was like, my homeboy was trying to move out too, so, 2 heads are better than one. Y'all, we had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, cool-ass little bachelor pad.
Yeah, I had one too.
$980 a month, man. I loved it. Utilities was included. Now, mind you, this was in Indianapolis, Indiana at the time, and it's cheap out there. So, take that with a grain of salt, but it was amazing. Now, for perspective, I am 24 years old now. I was paying $980 a month back in 2018 for an apartment. I live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. 1 bed, 1 bath. $1,675 a month.
Damn.
We're cooked. Oh, and mind you, that's not even including utilities or nothing. Like, I still gotta pay out of pocket for gas or water and electric. You feel me? And all the other shit, internet, stream services, all that stuff. So almost I want to say almost like $2,000 a month. And if it don't slow down, man, if something don't change, man, it's only gonna get worse. We about to be on the street.
This is why I feel like,
hey, he ain't lying, man. Cost of living crazy right now, y'all. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, I remember like a few years ago, you know, right after the pandemic and everything, you know, like a little apartment, we was paying for a little apartment, little 2-bedroom. Like, I mean, this was still expensive too, compared to coming from where I come from and everything, whatever, but $1,450, y'all, $1,450. And we was only there for about a year, or no, about 2 years, and it went up. Y'all won't believe what it went up to, y'all. Like, man, I'm talking about, man. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and at first I was like, man, like how? I thought it was illegal. I'm like, how can they just raise the rent and do all that type of shit? Like, it went up to down there $1,750. It was like $1,720 or something, like a $300 like increase out of nowhere. Like, they sent us a letter and said like, hey, the rent's increasing next year or whatever, and it went up by that much. I'm like, man, how? Like, that gotta be illegal. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it wasn't illegal. Shit, it happened and it went through. I mean, I started seeing a whole bunch of people moving out and everything. We even moved away. We were like, man, fuck that. We go get us a crib. Had to get a crib because everything expensive now. Like, everything's up. Groceries. I remember I used to go to the grocery store, spend about $200, $250. You know what I'm saying? Be straight. Now we go to the grocery store, dog. Spend about $4 every time. $4 or more. $400. I'm like, man, this shit is ridiculous. So I understand where everybody coming from. This shit tough out here right now, y'all. This shit tough. That's why I be out here gambling, trying to do everything I can do. Shit, it's getting rough, but let's keep it going.
the cost of living has never been as bad as it is right now. Because it used to be when the cost of living was high, it was for the things that you need in life. Food, gas, shelter, etc. All those things cost a lot of money. Right now, all of those things still cost a lot of money. And also, I feel like it's just expensive to just be alive. Like, I feel like my life, as soon as I wake up, is literally just me putting down a credit card. And it's just a tab. And life is a bartender. And it's just like, what are you going to have? And I'm just like, I'm okay. I don't really need anything today. And it's just like, oh, really? Well, if you're going to be here, you're going to need to spend money. And I'm just like, what do you mean here? I'm just in the world. And it's just like, yeah, you have to buy something now. It's even getting to the point where, like, I feel like even my thoughts are getting expensive, you know?
Right.
Like I could just have the thought of like, my nose is a little stuffy. And then all of a sudden I open up my phone 10 minutes later and have 12 ads for like, oh, you have a pollen allergy and you got to buy these anti-pollen allergy pills or you're going to suffocate in your sleep. Sleep is the only place I still feel kind of safe. But even there, it's like I could have sleep problems for one night and then I wake up feeling kind of groggy and all of a sudden I'm getting targeted ads for melatonin gummies. It's like all of our necessities are still expensive, and then also just every increment of our life costs something.
Hey, I really need to get some help. We do that here. What are you looking for? Well, see, I have a job, but it doesn't really cover my day-to-day expenses of living. So I was hoping, maybe some stamp health or health insurance, just to help with what my salary can't cover. Sounds like a real drag. What's your name? Alice. Whoa, okay, moneybags. Looks like we can't help you here. You're actually overqualified. Wait, what? Oh, see, you make too much money. You don't need these services. Are you serious? Because sometimes I have to choose between, like, healthy meals and rent. Yeah, but you're not in poverty, so... I'm literally one emergency away from being in poverty. Great, come back then. Wait, wow. How do you even determine who's in poverty? Oh, we talked to that guy. Hi. Okay, so how do you calculate this? Well, we calculate your pre-tax income against a poverty threshold based on minimum food diets from... I'm sorry, from what? What, minimum food diets? No, after that. Did you say 1963? Oh my god, so what? That was like 60 years ago. Wait, food diets, does that even cover like shelter, taxes, work expenses, any of the modern day expenses? Have you ever thought about asking your boss for a raise? Seriously, you mean that guy? Ah, yes, bring me more tax cut caviar. I am a big important businessman who stimulates the economy after all. I deserve a raise.
Hey, man, if that wasn't the truth, that skit right there is exactly where we at right now, especially in the United States right now, 2024, y'all. The government don't give a fuck. They pick and choose. Like they probably they going off data that's from years ago. You can have a straight little job and everything, but with inflation on everything and how it is right now, it's hard for somebody to like be alone and survive, man. It's super hard. Like with the inflation, everything, and then the jobs, like all these corporations, all these jobs, they know it's fucked up out here. They know the economy fucked up, but you gotta pull tooth and nail to try to get a raise or try to get them to raise the minimum wage and all that type of stuff. They don't even want to pay a motherfucker. They don't want to pay us. They want us to pay high prices. They don't want us to own shit. They buying up everything. Like I feel like we just they got us closed in. I feel like we in a box. Like I feel like they got us all fucked up, man. It's like one day though, everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people gonna wake up and it's gonna be a pushback on all this shit. And hopefully we can make some noise and make something happen. But I don't know. It's like we so far gone, so far out now. It's gonna be difficult to make something right. But let's finish it up, though. Let's finish this up, man. Shit crazy.
Yeah, Florida has changed a lot in the 14 years that I've been here. And I can speak to like the natives, the people that I work with that lived there their whole life. And even some of them are like, yeah, it's kind of unrecognizable now. When we moved here 14 years ago from California, one of the reasons why we moved here was because the cost of living was lower. You know, it was seen as a state that was more affordable. And it's not that no more. And I know every state has seen an increase in their cost of living and everything, but I just feel like, and it's probably because we live here, that the way things increased here in Florida was extremely quick and very drastic. Like just pre-COVID, everything was still fairly good. Like it was still pretty affordable here. But after COVID, oh my gosh, man, like we were looking to buy homes right before COVID hit.
Hey, Tayan, I feel you. You finna run in the bank right now. Hey, that's what's gonna end up happening though. In a minute, shit, it's gonna be so crazy out here. Motherfuckers gonna be so hungry, and the money's just gonna be so low. The economy gonna be so fucked up. It's gonna be a lot of robberies. You see, they already be running in all the high end stores and doing all that type of shit in some of these spots. In a minute, they're gonna be trying to run into banks, everything. Everybody gonna start getting robbed in a minute.
3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes going for 180, 200 grand. Those same homes, $350,000 to $400,000 now. Florida used to be viewed as a place where people would go to retire, but they even lost that #1 spot because older people are going to other places where they feel like they can get more bang for their buck. But for me, one of the main reasons why I'm thinking about leaving is my family. My family don't want to be here. You know, if it was just me, I would just stick it out, you know, because Florida is not a bad place. I don't have too much to say about Florida in a negative way. It's not a bad place. It's not what we looking for. It don't have that vibe that we want. And you need that when you're trying to make a place, you know, the place that you're going to be in forever, because every state has its BS. You're going to have to put up with something in every state, but you know, you'll be more willing to put up with it if you just really, really like the place that you're living. And Florida's just not that spot for us. At least it seems. We don't know yet.
Oh man, y'all so funny, man. Y'all got to start stripping. I mean, I'm laughing, but you know, I know it ain't no laughing matter and everything because it's serious, but y'all funny, man. Dog said chocolate Anunnaki. No Diddy, man. My bad. Oh man, y'all funny, man. I need that laugh though, because this is a serious matter though, because shit is expensive, y'all. Gas, food, just living, just everything, man. The kids, man, everything, man. Like taxes, man, car notes, everything. Everything's expensive, man. Like everything. Even if you go get you a new whip right now, man, they want you to, like, I remember back in the day, you go get you a new whip, man. You might pay you a little something, $350, $400 or something a month. If that, you know what I'm saying? Now they down there want you pay $1,000 for a note a month. Like, I don't know, man. We got to figure it out, y'all. But salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody who tapped in, y'all. Make sure y'all stay on wave, man. I appreciate all my moderators. Appreciate all the content management. Hey, stay on wave, y'all. Stay vibrating those high frequencies. I know it's tough out here, but I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? Trying to manifest. Hopefully some good things happen for everybody out here, y'all. So it's all love, man. But I appreciate all y'all, man. Peace and love to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace.
Fam over.